Behind me, there's over 80 classic and antique cars from 1923 up to 1999. The only problem is they are not arranged according to year. But after 3 hours, I've successfully arranged them to date. So follow me and let's take a walk down memory lane. Starting from 1999, a Porsche Boxster S, a 1987 Jaguar XJS, and another 1987 Jaguar XJS, a 1985 Jaguar Series 3. We've got a 1983, whatever this make is. This is my favorite car that they have here. How sexy is this? How sexy is this? I want to get inside so bad. And in the same year, there was this Porsche. Bleh. Actually, I'm kidding. I do like this Porsche. It reminds me of when I was a kid and I played Need for Speed Porsche. It can only be in 1978 that they would call a car a midget. 1978 MG midget. But luckily in 1978 they also made the MG Roadster. I think this was a way better name than the MG midget. In 1977 Alfa Romeo made the Spider. I really like this one. This is beautiful. Just look at it. A 1977 Ford Escort. My mate's dad had one of these that we used to drive around with when we were in high school. So this brings back a lot of memories. Note, if you got a Ford, you always need something to catch the oil. We got a 1976 Alfa Romeo 2000 GTV. The Alfa. Just as I begin to like Alfas, I realized they also made this in the same year, the Alfa Romeo 1600 GT Junior. I couldn't find any information about this particular car. I just thought it's very beautiful and I didn't want to leave it out, so here you go. Just a bit of footage of this car. I wanted to show you a beautiful car because the next car is this very boring car. I don't even want to mention this car, but here we've got an Alfa 1750 Berliner. And in 1973, Citroen made one of my favorite cars. Jane from The Mentalist drives one, and this is a thing of beauty. I mean, just look at it. Just look how beautiful this is. Oh my goodness. But a year before that, this beast was born. A Ford Capri 3000 V6. And it's all about that ass. Oh, wait. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, would you look at that? We've also got a 1971 Mercedes-Benz 236. Also in 1971, they made the MGB GT. What a cute but sexy looking car. No car collection is complete without the Mini. We got the 1971 Mini Clubman. I love Mr. Bean, so these are heaven. Oh, what a beautiful 1971 Alfa Romeo Spider. What a pity to keep this thing behind chains. I'm glad I do, because I would hop right in. Yes, I know. Another one for the Maserati boys. We have the 1970 Maserati Indy. Look at these two beautiful Maseratis. Oh, man. Wish I had the money.
Steal me, Jakes. Steal me. Take me for a ride.
Of the 1970s, we've got a BMW, and what a beauty she is. At the end of 69, we've got the Volvo B20. Alright, this is quite a classy car. I want one so badly. 1969 Valiant Rebel. Being a rebel myself, this is one of my dream cars. If this is someone's car and you don't want it anymore, please let me know. Please. I actually can't believe that in the same year that Valiant made this, Ford made this. I will admit it looks a lot older than the Valiant does, but I don't know which one I'd actually pick, because this is beautiful. This is awesome. Also from 1969, we've got a Rover 2000. Oh, what a nice memory. Now we're in 1968, starting off with an Alfa 1750 GTV. 1968 was a pretty good year for cars, if you ask me. But in the same year, there was also this one. Now, personally, I don't think it's the best car. I actually think it's a little bit caca, but not because it's Renault. It's just a little bit of a caca car, eh? Caca. Lotus Cortina, 1966. I've never actually seen one of these. This is quite beautiful. I like this. Yes, I love this 1965 VW Combi 1500. Oh my. I can just see myself in one of these. Look, if it's that. Oh, yes. This one's in such good nick. Look at the wheels. Oh, boy. I want this. I want this. I want this. Also in 1965, you got the Renault Caravelle. Yes, that's beautiful, eh? I love MGs. But like I'm getting a little bit tired of them. 1965 MGB Roadster. I'm sure you recognize that hood, that front, that beautiful. We've got our first Pontiac. Yeah, it's a Pontiac Acadian, eh? 1964 Volvo PV 544 Sport. In 1963, you got this Valiant. And you also got the Opel Capitan. We saw the 71 Mini Clubman. Now this is the 63 Morris Mini. These make me very happy. This is one hell of a unique car. 1963, they made this beauty of a beast. Badass, boys, badass. And the year before they made this beauty, they made this beauty. Black, white, and red is such a beautiful combo. If you don't like this 1962 Pontiac Strato Chief, you have no class. Just look at it. How can you not fall in love? And in 1962, you also got the Lancia Flavia vaginal carburetor. Man, this one. Also in 1962, you got the Studebaker Hawk. A hawk is a fitting name for this car, don't you think? Definitely. And we're going to end off 1962 with a Wolseley 699. Let's have a look at some cars from 1961. We've got a Mercedes-Benz 220S. Got another Mercedes-Benz 190. 1961 also saw a Bogwood Coupe. I wish I could get to the back there. It's a nice ass. Maybe I can. Oh, that's as close as I can get. From 1961 to 1960. So this one is the 60 Coupe. The the 61 coupe, and then this is the 60 Isabel Deluxe. I like black. I love red as well, but black. That has to be the kiffest. We got a 1960 Ford F100. This thing is beautiful. 1960 was a good year for a very dank champ bakkie. This is kiff. I know we call it a bakkie, but what would they call it overseas? Welcome to the 50s, and of course we start off with an MGA. Got a 1959 Austin. I don't want to be filthy, but that looks like a... Also in 1959 you got the Lloyd TS and the Bogward TS. Bogward, or however you say it, also made a little pickup truck. Look at the cute little bakkie. Look at that. Bringing sexiness to a bakkie in 1959. And in 58 you got the Bogward Isabella, as well as the Bogward Pullman. That is mooi. It seems like these Bogwards were very popular in 1958 and 59. If it was 1958, this would be the car that I would buy. Look at those wings. Just look at this. Oh, how sexy is this? Oh my. The Plymouth Savoy. Oh, geez, I think I might need to change my underwear right now. Just as I thought 1958 couldn't look any better, I saw this cutie. Hey there, pretty mama. And from a great Austin in 58, we go to another MG in 1957. I do like MGs, I'm just a little bit tired of seeing them, to be honest. And in 1957, I probably would have bought a Chevrolet Bel Air. Just look at that. Style, comfort. Not too keen on the color, but this is beautiful. I'm actually quite sad that this is our first Dodge and probably our only Dodge. We've got the 1954 Dodge. Now that is a beauty. In 1954, they also made the cutest Morris Traveller. How awesome is this little car? Hey there, cutie. The early 50s and just earlier than that, to me, is the most beautiful shapes of cars. This is a 1953 Morris. And just a year before that, in 1952, there was this beautiful Austin. Just look at it. Just have a look at this 1951 Jaguar MK5. You just have to stop and appreciate how beautifully crafted this vehicle is. And with this beauty, we are entering my favorite era of cars. And in 1948, there was the Chevrolet Fleet Master. Just look how beautiful this is. In the same year, you could also find this beautiful Plymouth. Starting off the 30s, 1939 Ford Deluxe. This is proper deluxe XA. Look at that girl. Look at that girl. From 1939, beautiful Chevrolet. That is the coolest ever. A 1939 DKW. I love when the front wheel arches look like this. It's classy. A 1938 Chevrolet Coupe, which is very beautiful. This 1936 Plymouth just reminds me of Bonnie and Clyde. But look at the craftsmanship. Look how beautiful. How? Why do cars not look like this anymore? A 1936 Chev LDV. Now this is a proper bakkie, eh? How beautiful. Just have a look at this beautiful 1936 Chev coupe. Oh, check out this Hooter light combo on this 1934 Graham. White wall tires for the win. A 1934 Ford Roadster and a 1933 Ford Elizabeth. And another 1934 Ford Roadster. This should be a very well-known car, a 1933 Ford two-door. Not two-door. Two-door. Two-door or not two-door. The Ford two-door. A 1925 Hoop Mobile. What a beauty. And last but definitely not least, and I knew this was the oldest one as soon as I saw it, we have a 1923 Ford Model T. No, I'm not trying to show you where you started. I'm just trying to show you, even a Ford from 1923, always a problem with leaking oil. But I'd let this beauty leak oil all over my pavement. For something this beautiful, it'll be worth the oil. It's a good thing there's a barrier, otherwise I would go sit right there. So there you have it, guys, over 80 cars from 1923 all the way to 1999. I hope you enjoyed looking at all of these classic beauties, and if you have the time, pop into the Outeniqua Transport Museum. I'm just sad there's no motorbikes.
Yeah!
And in 1968, you got a Lancia Volva. What? A Lancia Volvia Zagato. This is one dirty car. Am I the only one that sees this? Doesn't this look like a penis with wings? Sorry if I'm corrupting you, but I'm just telling the truth. That is a penis with wings. And another Hogwarts. Bogwood Isabella. Even in a transport museum, on one of the most beautiful Alfa Romeos, you'll find duct tape. We've got our first Pontiac, Macadamian, Acadian. Yeah, it's a Pontiac Acadian.